Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Fine, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. Can you tell me your name, please?
Okay, I am Edmundo Rivera and I am here for a job opportunity.
Okay, Edmundo. Tell me, why do you want to work with us?
Okay, the Coca-Cola company is just my great opportunity to keep climbing. Coca-Cola's employee value proposition is about offering global careers. As you know, I am here for a job opportunity of SEAL Brand Junior Manager at Mexico City. I can hit the ground supporting the brand development and ensuring brand plans implementation to continue growing the company's acquired business as a key priority to achieve Coca-Cola's 2020 vision.
Why should we hire you?
I do whatever it takes to get the job done, sometimes working 10-hour days. I am ready to drive multiple brand initiatives by co-leading team members to deliver key projects on time. Teamwork, leadership, drive for results, and marketing knowledge. I am energized by challenges and problems. I never miss deadlines.
Can you describe a work experience in which you felt that you had a positive impact?
Okay? As you can check, my last job was at Zappos, the web shoe store. Zappos culture is weird, in the greatest sense, you know, and it involves a proper cultural fit. In order to create environment within each other, we par, there were parades going on in any department very often. Parties. At the end, we had a big mess. Trash and empty bottles were all around. Janitors were the ones who had to take action. But and I asked to myself, like, this question. So, okay, it is a company's event, but once we all are involved, once we started, so then we must end it as well. So then I organized cleaning groups in all departments at which they were scheduled at the given days in which they were at which they need to take action, and we recycled the bottles and everything we could.
What is the company's most important value to you and why?
Okay? I am familiar with all Coca-Cola's values. I think that all of them are essential for the company's mission. But I have to choose one, and I think that it is passion. Because what is work without passion? I need passion to inspire, to motivate my team members in order to achieve what I should do in my job. You know, for example, for you, what is the most important value?
Well, I guess passion also. I mean, you need to show the love of what you're doing for your company.
Yes, because there is integrity, you know, it's also very important. But I think that passion is what we need, is what the companies need.
How many people did you manage in your last job?
Okay, I don't know if you are familiar with the holacracy term. Yes, the organizational structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like a complete system of self-organization, and it was part of my last job at Zappos. It enables employees to act more like entrepreneurs, and we don't have to report to a manager, or they didn't tell us what to do, or I am the guy that always take initiative, and I organized all my team members, and I really take a spot in the recruitment process of my company, because the candidates have to fit emotionally, intellectually, and socially. So I really took part of this process because I want them to start feeling the familiar feeling that we have at Zappos. So I really organized groups in which we try to interact with the new candidates. So
Okay.
I really managed people, but it is all about that. We didn't tell them what to do, but in the matter of fact, I really took the initiative. So I don't know if I can make a question right now.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. What is the best thing about working for this company? You know, the Coca-Cola company.
Well, as you know, Coca-Cola has a big impact in the world, has a lot of sponsors, and well, I think the best thing of working for Coca-Cola is that you have the ability and the opportunity to work on initiatives that support, I don't know, people who need help from someone. And Coca-Cola brings that help to them. I think that's the best thing from this company.
And of course, the passion. No?
Yeah. So lastly, how do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, that that is a really good question. I am glad that you asked me that question, because sure, I can ask myself, where do I see myself in 10 years also? And as I said before, the Coca-Cola company is just my great opportunity to keep climbing. I am here right now for the job opportunity of the CL brand junior manager, but I think that in order to achieve that job, I had a recent process of collaborative work, of leadership, of driving of results. So I think I'm ready for more. But this is a beginning for me, because I was very comfortable at Zappos, but it didn't give me the chance to keep growing. You know, I wanted to climb even more, but yeah, we all were seeing a sequel, and I think that I could do even more. And I think that the Coca-Cola company is just my big opportunity. So I think that's in 10 years, I think that I will be above you. No, no, it's a joke. Before we end, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay, I wanted to hear this from your own words, because you work for this company, and I really want to know about what qualities does it take to succeed in this company.
Okay, so we want someone that has the ability to contribute, to make a difference, and also someone with a creative mind. We don't want someone square-minded. We want someone that has a lot of ideas, that knows how to innovate, and well, also someone that knows how to collaborate with their teammates, because you won't be working alone on this, you'll have a team. That's kind of qualities that we're looking for in this company.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks.
Oh, thanks
Thanks
for
for playing.
your time. Bye.
See you. Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good morning.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
So, are you ready? Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
How was the train from the airport?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
What was the name of the driver?
Antonio?
Julie. Okay. So let's begin. What is your favorite course word? Please use it in a sentence about your last job in any company.
What?
No, I'm being serious.
Um, I don't know, maybe shit.
Okay, use it in a sentence for your last job in any company. I don't know.
I used to manage a lot of shit in my last job.
Okay, that's great. So, can you name two ways to use a brick that it doesn't involve any labor?
Uh, um, Maybe as a paperweight. And I think, for example, when you're in a group photo, and you're at the back, but you don't have enough time to go forward, so you use the brick to stand above of it, so you can see.
Okay. What is something you have always wanted to do but you haven't?
I've always wanted to go to Europe, we'll travel among all the countries, make a tour. But I haven't been able to do it because firstly I don't have the time, and second I don't have enough money to be that much time traveling.
Okay. Okay. For this question, I need you to imagine what I am going to say. Here in this hand, I have an old and discontinuous cell phone, which is almost a brick. Yeah. And in this hand, I have a really cool and new iPhone. So you need to sell me this cell phone over this iPhone. Can you do it?
Okay. For what do you use most the cell phone?
To call other people from work. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the old cell phone could last like 2 days, the battery. The iPhone only lasts like 5 to 4 hours. So you need to be with the charger, and I think that's kind of,
Yeah, I really hate that.
yeah. So, and you keep it just to make calls.
Mostly, yeah.
So the old cell phone, that's what it does. I mean, it's just for phone calls and text messages. So you won't require any of the other things, and the battery will last 2 days, almost 1 day. So I think that's better. And also, it will resist more to falls impact than the iPhone. The iPhone will crash almost immediately, even though they say they have this glass that is resistant.
You did great, and really, I am amazed. So, the next question. In a scale from 1 to 10, how weird are you?
I'd say like 5.
5?
Yes.
The half.
Yeah, half weird.
Okay. Okay. What is something weird that makes you happy?
Mm, I guess singing when I'm walking in the streets. People just stare at me like, what's with this guy singing by himself or talking by himself? But I don't know, that kind of makes me happy because I practice my English when I talk or sing, and well, that's something good for me.
It's great. Great. Okay. If you could throw a parade of any caliber at Apple's office, what type of parade would it be?
I think it would be themed uh, shoes, like costumes. Someone dressed as a Converse, other as Vans. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be something like that.
It's pretty great. We never had
And that
a parade like that, so I think it will be great. What question were you expecting us to ask that we didn't?
more professional questions, like the typical ones they ask, like what are my abilities? How can I improve the company's performance? Those type of questions.
Okay, so you are trying to guess why we did these kind of questions.
Yeah, I questioned, well, I was thinking like, why are they asking me these type of questions? They're so unorthodox.
Yeah, so let me tell you that here at Samples, we are not, as you said, an unorthodox company. And I can explain you our four techniques that we employ at our interviews for our candidates. As you can notice, we make these kind of questions in order to achieve a social test. At some point, you are going to be asked to interact with other members of Sappos staff to know how do you create environment with them, and yeah, to see your interaction. And that's why we began with this type of questions to know how weird are you, because our culture is that weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
And as we have the second technique that we employ is the nice guys test, as we call it. And as you can notice, I ask you like about how fast you drive at first, and if you remember the driver's name, because that is all about like you having a good attitude toward other people, because you are going to interact with people like them all the time. Yeah.
okay.
And we have a third technique that I can introduce you. For example, if you reach this point, you are you now be ready to think about that lot of work that you are going to be part of, because expect to have your first 4 weeks at phone service with all our customers. As you know, our customer service, we wanted to do it as fascinating as we can. So expect to have these 4 weeks of training.
Okay.
And at last, but not least important, we have a fourth technique, which we call the ultimate test. It is about, I really cannot tell you pretty much about it, but something about trying to prove your commitment to this company. Because all we want is your commitment with your family here at Zappos, because we are like a family. So yeah, that's pretty much our weird interview process, but I think it's the optimal for our company.
What impact will my role have at my position as an accountant?
Okay, here at Zappos, our higher purpose is delivering happiness. And we believe that a great customer service is an opportunity to make our customer happy. I don't know if you are one guy who relates with co-workers outside of the office,
More or less.
because here at Zappos, what we expect from our workers is to create environment. You know, we have 10 core values. The first one is to build a positive team and a family spirit. Yes, and the 10th, the last one, is about being humble, because you need to be humble all the time. Even with the driver that carry you from the airport to here to this interview. Yes?
Yes.
And we create this positive environment with the expectation of having workers that will work really hard here. Yeah? Here they don't expect the greatest salary of all your lifetime. Okay? Here we have two values that they are not appearing in your paycheck, but they are really essential for you as a life worker. The first one is about the potential advancement we offer you as a worker, and the second one is about are there any questions, Missy?
No, that was it.
So for my part, also that's it, and thanks for coming.